If you've been wanting to get into memory keeping or journaling, but just haven't gotten around to it, or even if you're just looking to get a fresh start on it, you've clicked on the right video. I'm going to walk you through how to design your memory keeping system from top to bottom, including how to find your memory keeping style, how to decide which planner or journal you should use, and how to make this habit more than just checking a box every day. There are a couple easy ways to do that, and we'll get into the bulk of them later in the video. But one thing that's been a huge game changer for my journaling is using pictures. They say that a picture tells 1,000 words, and I agree. Words on a page just can't replicate the feeling that you get from flipping through a journal filled with visual reminders of your memories. The problem is your home printer, even if it does print in color, won't give you quality pictures that you'd actually be excited to stick in your journal. Not to mention, you've got to cut them out and tape them in. So I've partnered with Leonie for this video, and let me tell you, this little printer of theirs not only fixes all of those problems, but also might put your favorite sticker shop out of business. We'll get to that in a sec though. Not only does the Leonie PixCut S1 professionally print your pictures, but it is the only printer I've ever seen that prints on sticker paper and cuts around what you print, basically giving you ready to peel picture stickers on demand. And I think that alone would sell me, but there's more. It doesn't just work for pictures. You can design your own custom decorative sticker sheets or labels right in the app. And guess what? The printer cuts every single individual sticker and label out too. And believe me, I struggle to do just about anything with technology, but this was just about as easy as making an Instagram story. I've decided to choose one of my very favorite Planner Perfect journal covers and start a vacation journal. So I printed some label stickers. Look how fun. You pick from all the fonts. I'm going to leave a cover page, and then we will start this Estes Park trip on the next page here. And like I said, I am not someone who's normally good with technology, but this was very easy to figure out all on my own. Of course, you can imagine all the uses for making these custom stickers in your planner also. I think I'm going to stick this on the first cover page. You can also decide if your sticker gets cut around or if it's made in a collage mode. Ooh, actually, I have an idea. I'm not very artistic or creative, you guys, but look, this is so simple. And then I'm going to stick the word aspen leaves over it. There are so many elk in Estes Park, Colorado. This little town, I almost don't want to tell anyone about it because I don't want to get any busier, is a magical mountain town with an entrance right in the town to Rocky Mountain National Park. It is amazing. And these elk love to congregate on the golf course. This is the golf course in Estes Park. They have the entire beautiful Rocky Mountain National Park to be in, and they decide to come down into town and to eat off the lush golf course grass. Oh, I also wanted to make sure you see all the fun stickers you can print out. They have these all in the app already made for you. Also, you can just push a button that says AI remove the background, and look at that. Of course, I have a few stray hairs up there. That will blend in with the white of the page. So think about pictures like this standing with your family and you have like a background that's not so great. You can just remove it and print the picture. Here's another example of how you can throw the PixCut into your normal weekly planning, and look how much happiness and brightness it adds. You can add some pictures for memory keeping just in your normal plans. Add some stickers that go with the season. You can even print some custom words. If you haven't started using pictures in your memory keeping yet, head down to the link in the description to pick up the amazing Leonie PixCut S1, and don't forget to use my discount code down there too. All right, let's walk through and talk about how you can design your own memory keeping system. The first thing is to think about what is your purpose. What is your purpose for memory keeping? And that will determine the style that you want. Memory keeping could just be writing in a journal. I've kept 2 5-year journals now. Of course, I did print some pictures to go in the front, but the journal, all it is writing, you guys. It's writing, it's events that happened with my family on that day, what went on in our lives. And I did every other day blue black ink so it stands out easily. This is one of the easiest ways to start memory keeping. If your purpose is just to record something that happened and get into the habit of memory keeping, I think a 5-year journal is one of the best ways to do it. I do have a comparison video on the Leuchtturm 5-year journal versus the Unbound 5-year journal, the 2 5-year journals that I personally have used and finished both now. I love them both for different reasons. The Lloydstrom you can just pick up on Amazon. We will link that down below. So think about if your purpose is just to record events of the day, you don't want to decorate, you don't want to put pictures, then that's going to really dictate what you pick. If you are just recording events of the day though, it doesn't have to be a 5-year journal. I've used Katie Daisy little planners off Amazon, which we will link down below. I've used Katie Daisy to record gratitudes every day, a scripture every day, just events of the day. It gives you the perfect little space to record every day, and you have her beautiful artwork throughout. I do have a full review and walkthrough on some of Katie Daisy's past years of planners up here on YouTube. I've used Mary Engelbreit little planners in some of these same ways. You get a picture, you already have decoration. So these are some of the easiest ways if you want entry level into memory keeping and something just to jot down every day in. If you want a little bit more room for your memory keeping and you possibly want to add some pictures in, I can't recommend Erin Condren planners enough. I've used the horizontal Erin Condren planner where I've put a picture on every day. I've skipped some weeks with pictures. I've never been this diligent with pictures before, but it is really fun to look back on. So that's one way. You write a little bit about the day, you put a little picture. Another way to use an Erin Condren is I cut out little Mary Engelbreit day-by-day pictures in her day-by-day flip calendar, and I would just put 1 or 2 of those in the week and then just jot things down that happened that week. And the pictures with the Erin Condren colors really looks beautiful and brings in the seasons. And you guys know how much I love to bring in seasonality everywhere. And I have to tell you, although I think when we are memory keeping, we think that we're making it to look back on, but to me, I think it's more about the joy and the appreciation of the moment and the gratitude of the moment that comes when you're going and recording those events. You can also mix memory keeping with planning. So this was my planner for the year that I used in my everyday planning. Yes, I was trying to plan a little bit more neatly this year because I was also using it with memory keeping, but I would come back at the end of the week and fill in any empty space I had with pictures. This week happened to be Christmas, so there was a lot less planning and a lot more pictures. On the monthly recaps, you could recap it with a bunch of pictures or write in memories from the month. And this was more a normal week that's not a holiday week. You'll see there's only 2 pictures in there, and there was a lot more planning than pictures. But you add in some stickers, you add in some pictures, and your planner can become your memory keeper. So if you're not someone who wants to go in and write sentences or anything deep or a bunch of personal writing or a bunch of personal thoughts, then this is a great way to start out with memory keeping too. I've used so many different things over the years, and I'm only showing you a handful of them today. This is a golden coil that I use to record the events of the week, gratitudes of the week, and I would stick in Planner Perfect tip-in cards to go with the season and Planner Perfect washi and stickers, and it just added that beauty to every week. On these sticky notes, that's a sticky note box, and golden coil, I was putting like a big gratitude for the week in there on those sticky notes. I've also used a passion planner for memory keeping for an entire year, you guys. I just used colorful Papermate Flair pens in here. Erin Condren dual tip markers I've also used a ton in my memory keeping planning, so those are great to use to add color. And then I just put a Mary Engelbreit day-by-day picture again in there every week, and I would write some things that happened that week. So this is not deep journaling. This is just memory keeping for gratitude and for joy. All right, a few more ideas in Planner Perfect books. You can just journal. Just journaling without any pictures makes a beautiful memory keeping. Every month you can get a Planner Perfect book. You can journal every day. You can use washi in there and stickers and markers if you wish, but you could also just use pen and paper. But in this particular one, I did use stickers in here. This was kind of a big month because this was the month that Pierce left on his mission. So I did a lot of memory keeping in this one. Christmas is really and always a fun time to memory keep, right? So imagine the whole month of December in a Planner Perfect book, just some Mary Engelbreit pictures and some stickers. I don't think I printed any pictures in here. No, it's all just Mary Engelbreit and some stickers. In these books, you have a little bit more room to go in and write deeper things, thoughts, how you were feeling, and take as much room and space as you want and decorate as much or as little as you wish. That's why I love the blank pages in the Planner Perfect books. These are a wide size. These are an A5 size. I do have a Planner Perfect discount discount code for 20% off. And I have a whole Planner Perfect playlist if you're interested in that. I would start with the Planner Perfect 101 video if you're new and don't know anything about her system. Also, using a Planner Perfect book, picking a cover you love, and putting in little trinkets, stickers, things that you are sent in the mail, little notes, things that mean things to you, cute things, things you don't want to throw away, notes your kids or friends write you. You can stick actual cards in there. This book is literally all those little kinds of notes. And at the back of it, I actually have a whole bunch more that I need to stick in there. So whenever I get something to stick in there, I'll just stick it at the back and I need to get to work in it. This book can fluff out and hold a lot of stuff. So that's another way to memory keep without even writing anything. And throwing some special pictures in here would be awesome too. And this is how to incorporate memory keeping with planning in a Planner Perfect. Every day I would have my list and my schedule, but I would also do some journaling. And with beautiful Mary Engelbright pictures, beautiful Planner Perfect washi tape and stickers in here, it's a beautiful memory of the day with not only what I did that day, but also journaling combined with my planning. I love sticking things in like this too. I don't do it nearly enough where you can just tip it in, literally what tip-ins are meant to be. So as you can tell, for me, Planner Perfect and Erin Condren are some of my favorite planners / journals to memory keep in, but you need to decide what your purpose is, and that will determine which planner or journal you want to go in. Do you want a monthly book where it is just blank and you have all the room to fill up? Do you want it not labeled with the month so that it's open-ended, and however long it takes you, you can decide. You can do that with a Planner Perfect book. You don't have to have the month on it or the year on it. Or do you want like an Erin Condren where it's mapped out day by day for you so that you know just how much room you have every day or just how much room you have for the week, and you don't feel overwhelmed with just blank pages to fill up? So think about your purpose and then decide which planner or journal you want to devote yourself to for the time for memory keeping. The last thing to think about is how you want to make this a habit, how often you want to do it. Do you want to have that daily journaling to sit down and write a bit every day? Do you want to only journal big events and have it be something undated? Do you want to come in and fill it in once a week? So really, I would think about that. Do you want the habit to be once a day, once a week, once a month? Or do you want it to just be big events whenever you feel prompted and passionate about filling it in? Because memory keeping can be whatever you want it to be. And I feel like when we put too much pressure on it and try to do something that doesn't fit into our lives, then that's where we just let it drop off altogether. And we're usually a little bit sad about that, because if we start something, it's generally something that we wanted to start and that we want to continue. Another way to memory keep is the Erin Condren monthly planner, where you could write big events on the months. Then you don't have weekly layouts. You do have a monthly dashboard, but you just have 10 lined pages after every monthly layout. So that kind of takes the pressure off of filling in every week. You could write however much you want every week, put however many pictures in here you want for the month, decorate it up and keep track of what happened every day. You could write a little thing that happened every day so that if you come in at the end of every week to fill in some pages, you would remember what had happened that week. So I think the Erin Condren monthly planner is also a really easy place to jump in. You can pick their floral or this hexagon, so you can go with completely different color schemes and designs where you don't have to add a lot of stickers. Just throw in some pictures. And I think pictures on these blank pages with journaling would go great. So pick your planner or journal. Pick some markers or colorful pens that you would like to use. If you want some washi or stickers, have those available. All right, to wrap us up, I want to leave you with one more idea. Like I said, I'm going to make this beautiful sunflower journal from Planner Perfect for vacations. We don't take a huge number, usually just one per year. So I think this is going to last me a very long time. But another idea is picking a Christmas journal from Planner Perfect. Look at some of these covers. You can put dot grid pages in, lined grid pages. I prefer blank for memory keeping. She also has a specific Christmas journal with gift lists and stuff in the beginning and a beautiful Christmas picture. But after all the gift lists, there's just room to record and put things. And I've been using this as a little Christmas journal and tracker for the past several years. And so I think it's fun to have just a book for Christmas that you use for many, many years and record in it. So really sit down and brainstorm. Don't feel pressured by anything you've seen here today or what you see online. Think about what would bring you joy and what you want to do in your life for memory keeping. I'd love to hear all your thoughts down in the comments. Are you memory keeping right now? What are you doing and what are you using? Is it as simple as pen to paper and journaling? Or do you use washi or stickers or pictures? Tell me what you're memory keeping in and what you're using. I'd also love to know if this video spurred any new ideas for you. If you try something out, let me know how it works out. All right, guys, let's all take a deep breath together. You know the drill. Breathe the deepest breath you've taken all day in through your nose. Let's all do it together collectively and blow it out slowly through your mouth. You always want to blow out longer than you inhaled. Take another one while I'm saying goodbye. I hope you can get outside today, see some beautiful greenery, hear the birds, ground yourself, and remember, whatever you're going through will not last forever. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others. You're doing a great job, friends. I'll see you next time. Happy memory keeping. Bye-bye.